Namaste and welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity Yoga, or Mindful Serenity. And we are going to continue with the answering of questions from the jar. Excuse the way I'm speaking. I had a tooth removed. That tooth was giving me so much trouble over the last 5 or 6 months, and it's been finally removed, but it's still a little swollen, and I am not speaking clearly when I speak. So I am going to take a deep breath and exhale before I begin answering this question. I'm just kind of looking at myself and there, seeing how much of a disarray I'm in. How do most people answer the question, are you happy? How do most people answer the question, are you happy? And that's a good question to ask. And how do most people answer that question, do you think? From my experience, most people answer that question with, I will be happy when, or I would be happy if. We place conditions on happiness and what happiness is based on how our external circumstances are unfolding in front of us. So I will be happy when I get that job. I will be happy when I find my soulmate. I will be happy when I get that car. I will be happy when life turns out a certain way. Or I'm not happy now, but I would be happy if this would have happened, if I got that job. I would be happy if that person showed up in my life. I would be happy if things worked out the way I thought they should work out. So we tend to base happiness on something that is very conditional, what life is giving us. We assume life is here to serve us as this little me, this psyche, this body and mind phenomena rather than on who we really are at the deepest level, which is totally unconditional, totally omnipresent, omnipresent, and totally without any need for external gratification. But we see ourselves as these little separate entities, these little humans, not the being, but the human itself, the body and mind, and the personality we develop based on our likes and our dislikes and what we've experienced in this world so far. And we determine what our personality is, and we determine that as being who we are. And life is here to serve this little thing we created only in our minds, and it's not even real. It's maya, or illusion, as the Buddhists would say. But we're so invested in this mental construct of me that we come to believe life and all its happenings, billions and billions of years of happenings, is here to serve this little personal entity that's not even real. And when it doesn't give us what we expect and assume it should be given us, when it doesn't provide us the circumstances that will make us happy, that would have made us happy, we think there's something wrong with life and we're being punished. And we are not happy because circumstances are not the way this personality, this sick, disturbed, unreal personality believes they should be. Happiness, we need to realize, is first of all just a word or a concept, and we've attached all this connotation to it. But it's nothing more than a pointer pointing us to an experience that can only be felt, not understood with the human mind, not expressed, not articulated with words, but that has to be felt, the felt experience of being happy. The being in there is the key word. The being in human being is the key word. And what does that mean, that felt experience of being happy? There is a word, santusta, in the Buddhist or Sanskrit philosophy. It might even be a Pali word, I'm not sure. But what it refers to is absolute contentment with what is. Now that is happiness. That is the human experience we are meant to have, the human being experience we're meant to have. That is beingness, allowing life to be exactly the way it is and being content no matter what shows up in front of us. That is the ultimate experience, the felt experience of being happy. It is not dependent on what unfolds in front of us or what this little personality gets in terms of what it feels, prefers, or what is able to escape from in terms of what it is averse to or what it feels is unpleasant. It is simply allowing life to unfold in front of us exactly the way it is unfolding, and to be completely satisfied and content with it all. Santusta. That is a much better word than happiness. A happiness that is conditional, depending on the personality's preferences. That actually leads to suffering, rather than freedom and contentment. So what most of us say when we're asked the question, are you happy? When we place that I will be, looking to the future to change and be a certain way, clinging to this elusive nature of hope, which is again just a word and a concept that says that we are dependent on something up ahead to make us happy. Or when we look back and say, I would be if this or that didn't happen, or if I got this and I didn't get that from life's experiences. When we invest into this personality, believing that it is who we are, and we become all invested in its drama, focusing this amazing, amazing power of consciousness and awareness on this little tiny entity we created, we will not find happiness no matter what life gives us. Life might give us that Porsche. It might give us that dream job. It might give us this amazing person. And what we assume is happiness may arrive in our lives for a period of time, but it will not last. Nothing in this physical world lasts. The relationship you had with this so-called perfect person will suddenly realize that, oh my gosh, they're not exactly who this personality, thought they should be, so therefore I am not happy with them anymore. The job will not fulfill you in the way you think it will not give you what you think it needs, that internal santusa or satisfaction with what is. It will also be conditional, and as soon as your boss starts yelling at you for a mistake you made in one of your projects, you're not going to be happy. The Porsche may break down in the middle of a freeway or highway. You'll not be happy. Life is not here to make the personal you happy, the me, the little self happy. It's not involved in your little drama. It has its own causes and effects, its own ripples, its own troughs and crests. It is moving up and down, bringing phenomena into your life, bringing phenomena out of your life. Because your life is the eternal life. It's the one life we all share. And it's not about the personality that you call me. It is about life doing what life does. And the greatest happiness, or something similar to happiness that we can achieve in this word santusta that I prefer, is acceptance of what is, finding peace in what is, this allowing life to do what life does and going with the flow rather than determining or trying to erroneously determine the flow. Because when we do that, we're resisting what is, and when we resist what is, we get the opposite of happiness. We get suffering. We get craving and desire for something other than what is. We find ourselves averting and pushing away what is, and when we do that, we push it down inside, creating this remarkable layers of samskara, which are like dirty dirt and dust over a lens that is meant to be clear, so that we do not see and experience life clearly, so that we do not respond to life. We end up reacting to this cloudy version we have of it. Put away your I will be happy. Put away your I would be happy if, and simply say, life is worth being happy now, because that happiness is not out there, it's in me. And when I clean off this dirty lens, I come to see what's in me and see that it is a part of my human experience, my human being experience. It is the beingness of that human being that is truly important, not the doing and what the human achieves from life. not what life gives that human or what life takes away from the human. It is about life being life and the human being a participant in that life. Well, I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure. I'm rambling again. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.